Hello, thank you for watching another video of mine. Today I am drawing a northern flicker surrounded by ironwood leaves. When I was researching local plants to Wisconsin, I found out that there's this plant called an eastern barley something. It looks like the barley you brew beer with, or the hops. Eastern hop hornbeam. That's what it is. I had barley on my mind because I was thinking about hops, thinking about beer, but it's an eastern hop hornbeam with ironwood leaves. This is a drawing that's kind of born out of my desire to stick on a theme, and last time I drew a bear skull with a bunch of native plants around it. I think there were prairie phlox. The bear was native. A northern flicker is apparently native. And so are the plants. So away I go. I started this one off with a pencil underdrawing again. This is something that I don't really include in the videos because the pencil is so light and it's really hard to see anything at all until it's done. So it'd just be adding a minute or two of faint scratching at a paper without any visual payoff. So, if you want to see that, let me know. I can certainly include it. It's just really not that interesting. And you can see exactly what I drew at the end anyway, when it's all colored in with pen or filled in with pen, inked up. This particular drawing, I had a couple different plans for how to go about it, and I ended on a wreath or necklace of these plants just to serve as an ending point for where the bird head should be. It's mostly because I really don't have any interest in drawing wings or a bird body. A bird body, in my opinion, is one of those things that if you draw it to perfect proportion, it feels weird drawing it, and it looks right at the end, but it's really not enjoyable. I've tried a couple, and I just spend the whole time second-guessing myself. And because of that, I've convinced myself that the head and face of the bird are the most interesting parts anyway, so that's all anyone really wants to see. I feel the same exact way about a bird head, or a bird eyeball. They are very bizarre, beady things, and I'm still not entirely sure how to shade it in or put value on it in any way, so I just kind of wing it every time. And pretty happy with the way it turns out. But as you can see right now, I'm drawing this wreath. I wanted two interlaced branches, kind of, just to make it look a little more interesting than a bunch of leaves, just some weaving in and out branches. I don't really know what these branches should look like, so I just went with basic sticks. Hope it pays off. I think it did pay off. I don't know how accurate it is. The eastern hops are also something that I'm not sure how accurate they are. The size variation is something that I would gladly critique on this drawing. If I could change it, I would. That leaf in the top right, once my hand stops covering it, is something I'm pleased with, because drawing leaves, I feel I fall into the trap so often of having the same repetitious look over and over and over. And I have found that if I'm drawing a pattern, or if I'm drawing something like a leaf or branches, then the repetitious pattern is fine at the end. If you commit to it enough, and if you keep repeating, anything will probably look good, or at least be impressive if you have enough to fill a space. But while you're drawing it, really repetitious, really boring, and you really second guess yourself. So the top right leaf I was pleased with because just kind of, changed it up. It gave some perspective. It looked like it was looping around the back of the bird. I was pleased with it. The face itself here is something I put a lot of detail on. I don't really know how to draw feathers, and from a distance it kind of looks like fur anyhow. So I treat it like fur, and that might be to my benefit or to the detriment of the ending drawing, but two things that are unique to a northern flicker, or not unique, but aspects of the northern flicker, are that A, they have these big black patches that are solid black, that are tough to draw. I don't want to just put in a flat black color with a Sharpie or anything. I think that would totally ruin it. But it does take a long time to put in all those little lines, so I kind of skipped ahead. Putting in streaks here for the other parts of the bird's head. Flickr has a lot of variations, like the back of its head has a bright red patch, the black patches like I mentioned, and then there's variations of like peach and gray in the bird itself that, when I'm just using a black pen, can be a little tricky to render accurately. Putting my finishing touches, what I was pleased with here, and something I've been practicing and I'm happy to see progress on, is that a lot of the stuff I'm adding on right now, like that last hop, is a thing that I did not have in the pencil underdrawing, but I thought when I was doing the pen it looked good. When I started drawing and doodling, I just went straight to pen, and I was pretty confident in what I made. But as it went on and I was trying to render more realistic things, I realized that I kind of had to do a pencil underdrawing, and then it went in the opposite direction, where I was a bit of a slave to the pencil underdrawing and afraid to deviate. This drawing kind of shows a couple elements where I was pretty happy with the deviation, and I don't think I ruined it or anything. The last little bit here, I'm just putting on a dark outline to everything. Kind of feels like a crutch to make everything pop a bit more than it did. I feel like I should be using shading or value, but whether it's a crutch or not, I'm pleased with how it looks, so I'm probably going to keep doing it. It's just taking a thicker pen, like the whole drawing is in a 0.1 micron, and then that I think was in a 0.3 or 0.5, where I just take a thicker pen and go over everything. Put a little halo around it to end. Thought it looked cool. Love using background shapes to make the focal point pop, and that's that. So thanks for watching. I hope it was an entertaining video, and please feel free to comment, subscribe. It means a lot to me. Thanks. Bye-bye.